Yeah, that's interesting. So I noticed that a lot of people in the USA do not want to work, especially the younger crowd. I also noticed that a lot of women go on TikTok and they always complain about not wanting to work. So I'm just gonna play maybe like one clip and just kind of talk about it. You let me know your thoughts. What do you think about it? Do you like to work? Do you enjoy working? Or are you getting tired of it as well? My thoughts is if you're living, you're working. You have to be doing something or else you start to die sooner. One of the most interesting advice that I heard just like years ago is when you get older, you don't want to retire and do nothing, like just sit and do nothing. From what older people told me, and then just from what I've heard read, you die sooner because now it's like you don't have a purpose to live and you just wither away. So that's something that I never wanted to happen to me, and it's really important to figure out what is your purpose in life as soon as you can. And maybe that purpose changes, but for the most part, you don't want to just go through life and just say, okay, I just got to make money and then just go home. Like, what are you doing all this for? These are questions that I ask a lot of people, even some of my clients, like, okay, you want to make this much money, this is what you're doing, this is where your expenses are, this is what you've done for the whole year. What is it like? What are you doing all this for? A lot of times they don't know. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't ask yourself those questions, but hey, personal development, really important. And so anyways, I'm going to show kind of what's going on with these people. This was interesting.
It's come to my attention that I actually realized that I don't want to work for a living. I don't want to work for a living. I don't want to work. What's your dream job? What do you want to do for a career? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't want to be working. I don't know how else to say it. It is not that I lack ambition. It's that I aspire to not work. I do not dream of labor. I do not dream of work.
Okay, so you know what this sounds like to me, just being honest. And when you look at TikTok, you're going to see a lot of this stuff. A lot of women say this stuff, and it's just like, yeah, you should be taking care of your family, taking care of children, taking care of your husband. You should be at home. Because it's like, and so many people made this argument before where it's just like, okay, you're in the workplace, or not the suffragettes, but the feminists wanted you to get in the office. You felt like that's empowering, whatever. We already know the spiel. And then you see a lot of these women that are in the workforce and they just don't want to do it. Men, I mean, that's what we like doing stuff. Like we like creating stuff with our hands, seeing progress, like the ambition part or whatever. She says she's ambitious. No, you're not. She don't want to do shit. She just wants to stay at home and just kick her feet up. This is where it's just like women really should be that's the main focus, in my opinion, taking care of children, taking care of the household, where you don't have to worry about these day-to-day grinding or whatever. That's what us men are built to do. That's just how I see it, but it's just interesting how it's just always women that go on these TikToks and they talk this way.
And I don't think that should be controversial. I don't think that we're meant to work. And by work, I mean computer.
Yeah, she's talking about women.
I'm not meant to do computer. I don't want to do computer. I don't want to sit here and I don't want to click-clack in my dad's desk chair. I want to post Instagram stories. I want to eat donuts.
Basically, she just wants to be a big kid. And this is what I get from a lot of these type of TikTok videos. It's like, in a sense, I just kind of see it as you're people like you are like, y'all are the ones that are just making these wages stay where it's at because there's so many people in the workplace that really shouldn't be there. She just sounds like she just wants to be a kid. It's like then freaking, I don't think she's married. I don't see no ring, but yeah, you should be married, playing and doing TikTok with your children, not here complaining.
Live a life that is
like
not revolving around work. I aspire to have money. I don't aspire to be a billionaire. I think we should be able to aspire to have some sort of wealth. I don't think that we should aspire to be billionaires, but I do think that I should aspire to have wealth. but I don't want to work. It's come to my attention that I actually...
But yeah, there you go. That's one. What's been going on lately? I'm gonna put this off because this was interesting. There's been so many job layoffs that has been happening. I'm just gonna read some of them. So, nearly 700,000 layoffs have been announced in 2025 this year. Challenger, Gray, and Christmas report. Productivity has dropped for the third consecutive year. Worse since the 1940s. Employers are no longer basically playing for laziness. Remember during COVID when everyone was talking about quiet quitting, and or so many people talking about quiet quitting, not giving their all, specifically the Zennials. Yeah, pretty much a lot of them were like they don't want to work that hard, they just want to show up, get paid. So now you're starting to see automation, you start seeing AI just whoop, take away all their jobs. Up to 25% of workers will have to switch occupations by 2030 due to automation. So this is just evolution. This is just what happens. Let me play this lady.
Pretty much every video I post about careers, I get a ton of comments from people saying, I just don't want to work. Like I don't know, no job sounds appealing to me because I just don't want to work. Well, newsflash, I don't think anyone at our core, if we had the option, really wants to work. But I'm a very logical person. I think that there's two ways to think about it. One, if you don't want to work and you have a way to not work, whether it's you have financial backing somewhere.
Yeah, I'm just being, damn, I'm not even playing it for you. Let me rewind this. I didn't even realize.
Pretty much every video I post about careers, I get a ton of comments from people saying, I just don't want to work. No job sounds appealing to me because I just don't want to work. Well, newsflash, I don't think anyone at our core, if we had the option, really wants to work. But I'm a very logical person. I think that there's two ways to think about it. One, if you don't want to work and you have a way to not work, whether it's you have financial backing somewhere else or you want to go live off.
Yeah, I generally only hear women talk like this, and I am trying to make it like, like all obviously nothing is an absolute like duh, but at the same time I only hear women talk like this. Like I enjoy for the goals that I want to accomplish, I enjoy the work. I mean, am I wrong? Do you feel the same way, or do you not feel? Like, do you enjoy working? Do you enjoy doing what you're doing? Even if you're not where you want to be, the journey to get there, it may not be the most exciting, but do you enjoy the process? Do you enjoy the journey? That's what I want to know. Let me see what else she has to say.
The grid, go figure that out. But I'm talking to the people who I'm assuming have to work for two reasons. Income, obviously, and time. I've been in a space for months where I wasn't working, and it was nice, but also I lost a sense of being connected to people and being productive. And we don't live on a co-op where we're sharing bread in exchange for hand-sewn garments with our neighbors, right? We live in a modern society where most of society is out working, and so it can be really isolating not to work. So here's my whole mission. My mission is to say, assuming you have to work, right, for the reasons I just listed, and you have to work for 40, 50 years, I think work should suck a lot less for a lot of people, and I think that that's possible. I don't think you should be miserable in your job. I don't think your job should lead you to use.
Okay, she's taking too long. I'm kind of just getting bored listening to her. It really comes down to, what is your purpose? What do you want to accomplish in life? How much does that cost? What is needed to get there? If you don't know, try different stuff. Travel, that's always one. learn, like do something that you normally won't do. Be a whole different person. You can start there, and then you can start to figure out, okay, what your interests are, what do you not like, and at least you have some type of vision or path that you're creating that you can work towards. Working just for the sake of making money, yeah, you're gonna burn out and you're just gonna get tired of it and you're just not gonna like your life. So it's really important to figure out what is your mission, what is the purpose of you being on this earth to do. And here's a hint, it has to be something greater than yourself. It can't just be, I want to acquire stuff. Because once you acquired it, you're gonna get bored with it. You're gonna look for the next best thing. Like your appetite is never gonna be satiated by I just want to get this, I want to get that. Once you acquire all that stuff, you're gonna look for the next level because there's always something new that's being created. So what outside of you that you can't really solve, but just the journey of going through it, of trying to reach that goal, it's what it makes you become. That's where you will start to find that fulfillment. But if you don't know, if you're not thinking about it, then hey, you're gonna start sounding like the people that she's talking about, maybe even herself. Like, what is it that you want to accomplish? It's not just being an employee. It's you want to do something to make your mark in this planet. What is that? Do you know what it is? Do you take some time to really figure out what that is? If you don't, then hey, this is where you're gonna have some issues. But generally, I see women do this, and that's why I'm like, a lot of these women need to be at home with the family. And well, most women don't get married. I think this is the generation coming up where this is the most single women in history. And it's like, okay, depression amongst women are high. And it's just like, why? It's just unfulfilled. Think the corporate job, or just being a boss or whatever, or just working and no one, like, that's what's been sold. We already know the spiel. There's so many channels that talk about this stuff, but I'm just noticing, I've been noticed that a lot of women talk about not wanting to work. Then you got the layoffs that's going on. Who's getting laid off the most? I remember there was a report that was saying black women were the most people to be laid off. You start thinking about, okay, how are they on their jobs? I remember when Elon Musk took over X, and you saw, like, I remember all the TikToks of, okay, what we do when it used to be called, obviously Twitter. And you'll see these TikToks of these girls just going around like, this is what I do at Twitter. Pretty much they don't work at all. They don't do shit. And they're like drinking lattes, they're drinking coffee, they're just walking around, they're sunbathing, all that work, and everything's being paid for. They get free lunch, free dinner. And then so when he came over, took over the company, he posted a picture of the team because he cut down so many people, and all you see was just like Asian men and like some white guys and stuff like that. But pretty much it was mostly men, and he's just like, oh, okay, that makes sense, because these were the ones that were grinding. They were the ones that was writing the code. They were the ones that was trying to make the platform function better. The woman couldn't hang, obviously, because you already know Elon Musk, he don't play. I read two of his is it autobiography or biography? Maybe it's autobiography. But read both, understand how he thinks. He likes efficiency. He likes to get shit done. He doesn't play around, and they couldn't hang. He asked all of them. And people might say, okay, maybe he got the thing about women. Like, no, his top chief or CEO, like, it's this woman that's been with him for so many years. With she was with SpaceX, and it was another one, top woman, excellent. So he doesn't have a problem with women. It's just most women just don't measure up, apparently, to his standards. But anyways, I just noticed this video, and with people getting laid off, and it reverts back to yourself. You can see all this stuff happening. You gotta think about, okay, how can you put yourself in a better position? What are you doing when you go to work? Do you give it your all, or are you giving like 70%? Are you like really busting your ass? Are you trying to figure out how the company is operating? Do you know the industry of your company? Do you know how it can affect you? How you can look long term in the future? Okay, do you need to prepare for stuff? Are you making yourself invaluable? Most people are not. Most likely you're not doing that. Because when I was younger, I didn't think about any of that stuff. But nowadays, with AI, you don't have a choice. Because AI will take you out. You won't even see it coming. It's good you got to be on guard. You got to know, you got to understand how to add value. You got to be that free agent. You can't, if you just be like, even if you do stuff a little like 10% better, you're going to be above average. and there's a good chance you're less likely to be laid off. But in order to get there, you have to find something that's meaningful. It has to be on your journey to achieving whatever purpose that you have in your life. If you understand your purpose that you have in your life, then you're going to be good. But if you're just aimlessly just going through life, you're just making money. Oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. Supposed to work, pay for this, get a house or whatever. If you're kind of lackadaisical about how your life is going, then you can be one of the unfortunate people that end up getting lost, and it's not a good feeling. But anyways, I always start with evaluate yourself, and one of the biggest things with evaluating yourself is evaluating how you spend money. It's really important. If you don't know where your money is going, then how are you going to get to where you want to get to? Do you know how much things cost for the lifestyle that you want? Why do you want the lifestyle? Is it dependent on what other people say your lifestyle should be, or is it dependent on you? How much are you spending every month? Is it going up? Has it gone up in the year? What about your savings? Are your savings increasing? Most Americans don't have $1,000 in savings. Why is that? Expenses, even though people can make six figures, they still have a lot of high expenses. This is what you call lifestyle creep. So what is that to you? Do an audit. If you've never done an audit before, basically what I do is I look at all your expenses for a certain period, a certain amount of time. I'm sure you know what an audit is. I look at every different detail. You'll be surprised about what you spend your money on. A lot of people are surprised. A lot of people didn't think they were spending this much. They might have thought in the back of their head, okay, I spent a little bit. But when you're spending hundreds, when you see the number on the chart, I spent 100 here, 1,000 there over the year, you see how much you're spending, and it's just like, it just becomes ridiculous. So I always recommend get a financial audit. You can always do it yourself. Excel spreadsheet. You don't have to use me. Just do it for yourself to understand where are you spending your money and why. That's how you can learn more about yourself, all about your spending habits. You are what you spend your money on. So very important. If you want to go into the next year and the next decade or next 5 years or whatever, you want to be in a better position than what you are now, you better start working at it now. Remember COVID, so it's 2025, it's about to be 2026. During COVID, 2020, everything shut down. Everyone was struggling. Most people were struggling. They couldn't make money. They stopped. They put a rent freeze on for tenants so they don't get evicted. Food was hard to come by. A lot of people was getting government assistance. Country or the government paid out $1 trillion. All this stuff is going on, and people start to realize, oh, okay, I'm in a tough financial position. So if you was in that position where money was tight, that was 2020, 2021. It's like 5 years later. Are you still in the same position? Have your savings increased? If your savings are pretty much still the same, then what you think is going to happen? There's always going to be another financial event, something can happen, emergency, whatever, can put you in a bad position, and you're going to be right back at square one. And it's just like, okay, what have you gained over this time? Because we're only getting older. We're only getting older, and we're only getting closer to the end. Don't you want a better quality life? How are you going to get there if you keep doing the same shit? Keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. What is it? Insanity? So you got to do something new. Don't be like a lot of these people that complain, and okay, the government needs to help me out. Okay, right now the SNAP, because the government is shut down, the SNAP benefits, everyone's complaining. Oh, like I need this money. Oh, the entitled, I deserve this. Why do you want to be in that position as a grown as adult? I understand maybe a short period of time, but if you've been living like this for years, where you don't have you made money, but you have nothing to show for it. No savings, just expenses and feel goods and going out on the weekends. What have you accumulated? If you're in that position, you need to change up and do something drastic. Do something drastic. Start with the audit. Do an audit, see how much do just the past month. Start there. Start with the past month and see what your behavior, and then you can make a decision off of that. But anyways, I'm gonna let you go. I'll see you in the next one.